How to get more Primogems? Now that's a question we all keep asking ourselves on a daily basis, especially if a new character banner is coming out. Thankfully there are a bunch of ways of how to obtain them, and in this video I'll show you all the possible methods and a few bonus tips and tricks at the end. First of all, the easiest way to obtain a decent amount of Primogems is your mail. A mail, you ask? Well, whether it's a maintenance compensation giving you at least 300 Primogems, or a code that you can redeem in your profile and receive also a great amount of Primos within a few clicks. Genshin Impact usually releases a new code every month, during their live stream or a new version in general, so keep an eye. Oh, and I also would like to invite you to our Discord server, so you never miss a code ever again. We post Primogem codes as soon as they get released, and as a bonus, we even do welcome smooth giveaways almost weekly, so don't hesitate and join us. The link is in the description. Now, without jumping too far, another way of obtaining Primogems quickly is web events. Some of them are really fun to do and take just a few minutes, but of course, sometimes Hoyoverse loves creating day-locked web events that require you to play some kind of a game there for a few days straight just to claim all the rewards, but from my experience, those never take too long and can be completed just as quickly without any issues. As we are still surfing on the web, let's not forget to take the daily login rewards, or in other words, daily check-in. These not only give you Primogems, but a few other precious rewards such as some chicken, crystals. Yeah, never mind, it gives you 20 Primogems every week. That's still better than nothing, right? The other method is daily commissions. Ah yes, I know they are ultra boring, but let's be real, they often take just a few minutes and provide us a stable amount of Primos. That's the most important part, right? Recently, Hoyoverse added a new feature which speeds up the process by letting us do some other activities, while at the same time completing daily commissions. For example, while doing domains or exploring the secrets of Tibet, you also obtain specific points which let you complete your daily commissions in a few clicks later on. So eventually, all that is left is going back to our dear humanoid Catherine, claiming all the rewards. Voila! 60 Primogems in your pocket already within like 5 or maybe even 10 minutes at worst. I know, this next method is very straightforward, but I wanna highlight something. We all do exploration, right? Want it or not, at the same time getting a bunch of Primogems, but as far as I have seen, visiting other players' worlds, they often leave their areas almost unexplored, even if you have 70 or let it be 80% completed. There are still so many chests and other things that can give you a ton of Primogems, and one thing that nobody tells you, that is, even when you get 100%, there are still like 15-20 more to explore. For example, if an area gives you 500 Primogems at 100%, you could still get a bonus of 1 or 200 Primogems. If you tried exploring further, imagine that. Yes, nobody wants to spend hours and hours of re-exploring, and for this I have an amazing trick. Interactive map. This is life-saving, time-saving, everything. Not only you will save hours of time, but also never miss a chest or some secret dude with a hidden quest. I'm also dropping the link in the description. Well, this is probably my personal favorite. Events. Not only they are hella fun, sometimes, but also bring literally the largest amounts of Primogems. Some of them are a piece of cake to do, Some require guides and many tries to nail, but in general, they are often generous enough to provide you many hundreds of Primogems, a ton of MORE, crowns, cosmetic, resources, and sometimes even characters. The biggest event that is coming soon is going to be Lantern Ride, so be ready to get free skins, characters, crowns, and crazy amounts of Primogems, just like every year! Another thing that I noticed while joining local Sims in co-op is that they often miss and forget those one-time domains. This is also big loss knowing how little time they require and how many Primogems they provide. So first thing to do when you log in back to your Genshin Impact account, scroll your world through and check if you have completed any of those or not. Now things are getting more interesting. We already have 5 different continents available to this day, and soon Natlan is joining the forces. Each of the continents has their unique statue, which can be leveled up to level 10, providing Primogems and other nasty resources, while each of the statues are getting harder to level up further you travel. Getting the first few levels are often piece of cake and doesn't take much time, as those so-called Geoculus, Hydroculus, whatever Oculus, and other are everywhere you look. So if you are in a hurry to obtain some Primogems, just travel around the least explored areas and collect the remaining Oculi to quickly level up a statue and get the reward. Bonus tip, once you reach a higher level and start struggling to find the last Oculi, you can use resonant stones to locate them, or the interactive map I mentioned before. Luckily, there are other identical objects, just like statues of the 7, that also provide you a great and even greater amount of Primogems. They are often quest locked, but don't you worry, they can be reached quite quickly if necessary. For example, Inazuma has this sacred tree, or fontaine, a fountain. Basically every continent has one, and most of the times each of them have 50 levels. Each of them giving you more talent, materials, and finally, the fates you want. While exploring, you shouldn't forget to check one secretly small icon on the upper corner of your screen, the adventure book. There are a bunch of challenges you can complete and get Primogems for doing so, not to mention Hoyoverse has recently added rewards for doing Archon quests, so not only you get Primogems for doing the quest, but also some fates from the adventure book. I'll add this one method because it's kind of funny, but at the same time, eventually gives you a few pulls. Don't you laugh, but that's tutorials. When you encounter a new challenge, you get a tutorial message, and after viewing it, you get one holy Primogem. After a few years, trust me, that's gonna make a total of 10 pulls, and who knows, this might be just enough to get the desired character, you little simp. Jokes aside, we rather turn to the father of the tutorials, the achievement. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce it. Sometimes you just spam everything and boom, an achievement, there we go. Most of them can be viewed in the achievement menu, but there are also a ton of hidden ones that you can only find with guides. As for that, you might as well just want to check my channel for some of them. I am constantly uploading hidden chests, quests, or achievements, so don't be shy and subscribe. As for the achievements, there are over 1,000 of them, so imagine the amount of Primogems you can get, knowing that most of them give you from 5 to 20 Primogems. I would like to mention this God's Forbidden Place next, TCG. I was so excited back in the days when I heard that this card game is coming, but after trying it, it didn't stick to me and I still have a bunch of challenges remaining there. I know way too many people who enjoy this trading card game, and lucky for them, you get a fair amount of Primogems for playing it. So if TCG doesn't make you cry, teleport to the cat's tail and give it a try. You'll be rewarded greatly and may also have a ton of fun. I'm jumping from corner to corner, mentioning all these different methods I come up with, and the next one is going to be much simpler than the previous. Character trials, woohoo! Not only you get to try that one character you wish to get, but you also get their materials and Primogems. Awesome! Thanks to the dual banners we also get 2 5-star characters that give you 20 Primogems each just for trying them. Easy! Now comes the tricky part. The hell! I'm sorry, I mean the abyss. Well, though it's one and the same thing for most of us, there are 12 floors in total and 4 of them that refreshes every few weeks. That means every month we can roughly get up to 1200 Primogems, or in other words, 600 per refresh. As man to swine, there's the Archon quests. There are 4 different types of quests, and all of them makes you shower in Primogems. Well, not really, but it's often enough. I have mentioned earlier that you may get Primogems for Archon quests and also the adventure book, but sadly that's the only quest type giving you that many resources. The other ones are story quests, world quests, and hangout events. All of them provide you a bunch of Primogems and more, but they also often take a while to complete, so in case if you have no other options left, they are the way to go. Though I personally enjoy doing most of the quests, as they are often entertaining, but then there are quests like sorry, I have trauma from that. Arenara ones that make you lose your sanity before completing them. Last but not least, before I give you some bonus tips, the almighty Serenity Pot. Well, to some of us, it's like TCG, we never touch it, but I sometimes join random Serenity Pots and get amazed how creative people are. However, it's a place where you may not only build but also complete challenges and get Primogems, mostly by just placing, crafting some furniture or completing character sets. Also, don't forget to visit the Serenity Pot shop. It sells you resin, mora, and other great resources, and they reset every week. The time has come. You have earned yourself a new title, Expert Primogem Farmer. Congratulations! And now I'll share with you the last tips and tricks just as promised before. Whether you are new to the game or an old-tired veteran, sometimes we all need a few reminders, and the first would be to ignore the weapon banner. I know, having those signature weapons is the best thing for a character to have, and also looks absolutely great aesthetically, but keep in mind that there are way too many 4-star free-to-play options that provide you nearly the same value, so if you're really in the need of Primogems, it's not worth pulling for their weapon just to get that small, like 10% bonus. Rather save it for another character that brings more value. While talking about characters, make sure to analyze your teams and decide what characters you still need the most. Don't lose your mind after their drip marketing or a fresh character that just looks great. Don't rush to pull, especially if you don't know if you need them at all. My suggestion would be to give yourself a challenge of gathering as many Primogems as possible in a month or at least a few weeks, not even looking at the amount you have gathered, clicking the Primogem button until. I can promise you, it feels so great to finally be able to check your Primogem amount after a few weeks of hard working, seeing thousands of them there just sitting and waiting for you to spend. But let me remind you again, on a character you need, so no cheating. If you have any suggestions or methods to add, feel free to let me know in the comments, and see you soon in another video.